Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 970 of the show, and we're about to finish things off. Finish the month of October off, and we're going to do this. We have less than an hour to go until we hit November. And so this is the first of a couple of episodes, finally. We're going to talk about what happened on NXT, Halloween Havoc Part 2. A lot has gone down. Shotzi and Scarlett arrive as the Ghostbusters in Ecto 1. And New Year's Day, performance under the song again. Tables, Ladders, and Scares. Now, the Creed brothers are on a roll. In fact, huge win last night on Raw over the Alpha Academy. They continued on. They were beating the crap out of, they were... them, along with Angel Garza and Roberto Carrillo, they beat the crap out of each other. In the end, the Creeds ended up winning the matchup. And then they were talking, Shotzi and Scarlett talking about the event, but Albert Fine and Island Dawn interrupted and said, hey, if you want, we can take over from here. They said, that's fine. So, Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Tiffany Stratton about her matchup against Fallon Henley. That was supposed to come up next. And she goes, I'm done. I'm done with the whole thing. So... And Joe Gacy addresses his mental state where he's at since he's lost all the members of Schism. As you know, the Dyad going back to the Indies as after getting their release from the WWE, going as Grizzly Young Veterans again. We don't know where Ava Rain is at. But after the conversation with Paul Heyman, be very interesting to see what happens. Fallon Henley was going to come out to the ring to face Tiffany Stratton, but Stratton attacked her from behind and hit her with the figure 4 on the pole, hurting Fallon Henley, and she was rolled out by the medical staff of the WWE and was listed as day-to-day. Metaphor was dressed as a Scooby-Doo gang. Oro Mensah was Shaggy. Noam Dar was Scooby. Lash Legend was Velma, and Jakara Jackson was Daphne. And they decided to go into the haunted house where Akira Tozawa took the Heritage Cup Championship. And so they decided to go in and look around the place. But then some monsters scared them and forced them to split up. The North American title was on the line. Dominic Mysterio went one-on-one with Nathan Frazier. And Rhea Ripley got involved in the match a couple of times, giving Dominic Mysterio the victory over Nathan Frazier to retain the title. But then Wesley made his return to attack Dominic Mysterio and was holding up the title. JC was talking about their victory last week, and JC Jane says, if it hadn't been for me, and we wouldn't be champions. But then the family wants a rematch. So there's something going on. There's something deal going on with Andre Chase and Tony D'Angelo and Stacks. We don't know what that is. We'll find out. Meanwhile, Alba Fire and Island Dawn decided to overhear them, and they talked about the women's tag team titles being cursed again. Now, Metaphor has been captured in the house by Noam Dar. Not by Noam Dar, by Akira. Akira Tozawa has been behind the whole thing, but Noam Dar was the only one that survived, while every member of Noam Dar, one by one, has been captured by the monsters. Then Mr. Stone took on Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker won the matchup, and then Breaker decided to continue to attack Mr. Stone after the matchup, and then Von Wagner came out and was brawling with Braun Breaker. And OTM got a promo on the Brawling Brutes. It seems like they have a problem with the Brawling Brutes. OTM, it's Out the Mud. That's what the team name is called. Is with Scripps, Bronco Nima, and Lucian Price. The women's tag team titles were on the line. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green took on JC Jane and Thea Hale. And then JC Jane decided to use distraction that they were going on, and to use a tag belt, and Andre Chase prevented it from happening. And then it ended up costing them the matchup, and, you know, Niven and Chelsea Green retained the titles. And then Alba Fire and Isla Dawn changed into Chucky and Tiffany, and as they creeped out the champs by spinning the wheel there. So a lot of mind games going on. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Alexis King, and Mr. King has been so relaxed. Alexis King has been relaxed, and I got to admit, he was very relaxed, and he said, we don't know what designs he's got next for a championship, who knows for sure. Then they turned to the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament final. Kaylani Jordan and Lola Vice. And I got a feeling that Kaylani Jordan is a lot more newer than Lola Vice. I think she needs more experience. But in the end, Lola Vice did win. So Lola Vice and Lara Valkyria, that'll be an interesting championship match, to say the least. And then, Noam Dar was the only one left looking for the cup in the house. He finally finds the cup, and he's holding on to it, then Tozawa takes it to him, and then all the monsters are surrounding him. And he said, I want a Heritage Cup title match. And he's like, what? And he's about to sick the monsters on him, the zombies on. And he goes, okay, you got what you want. Here, you got a title match. That's fine. And then gives him back the cup, and then he says, and go. And the monsters got to him and all that. But they'll all survive, no problem. It's Halloween Havoc. And Fire and Dawn were talking about the show. But then, as they were talking about it, Wagner and Stone were arguing. Wagner says, make the match, Stone. Get me the match. I don't want Breaker. So, Heritage Cup title will be on the line next week. And Breaker and Wagner will go at it next week. Then the NXT title was on the line. Ilya Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes. And Trick Williams did return, distracts Hayes during the matchup, but then ended up costing Hayes the matchup. And then Trick Williams was helping up Hayes during the match, but then Vic Jones was like, something's going on in the back, and Baron Corbin attacked Ilya Dragunov. It looks like, I think Baron Corbin must have been the guy that was, but then again, was it Corbin? Was it Hayes? We don't know. So that is it for Halloween Havoc Night 2. As you know, there's one more event before Crown Jewel. That is the SmackDown event, NXT Level Up as well. So NXT Level Up will be the fallout from Halloween Havoc, while SmackDown will be the final show before before Crown Jewel this Saturday at 1. So, with that being said, it's episode 970 of the show. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.